seeing the senior for graduating. Dude, I wasn't freaking even ready, dude. Like, what
You
the hell? Like, yeah, you're going live and I'm not even ready.
you look the same.
No, I don't. I look horrible. Like, I didn't even get a chance to brush my hair.
You never brush your hair.
I do. I try to anyway. But you could have like not wait. You could have waited until I was ready.
9 o'clock.
It doesn't matter. You always say, "Hey, I'm going on" or something, or like then I just do it. You see, this is why I'll never come on. You ask me to come on all the time, and I never come on because you do stuff like this.
Just
It's
do it.
really well. No, like I wasn't even ready.
You should have been ready.
No, I shouldn't have been ready. You didn't even call me or text me today.
No, because
Surprisingly,
I'm
surprisingly, yesterday, like, oh, you text me, like, where are you?
tired of sending you messages and you're not responding.
Well,
And I
I do, and then I call you and I tell you,
call you
hey.
12 hours later. That doesn't work for me.
Well, no, oh, that doesn't work. You're always doing weddings. Like the other day, I came on and you're like, "Oh, I have to do a wedding. I have to get off, and I have to go make money." And you know how many people call me and tell you, "Man, that's rude, Roman. I don't even know why you put up with him."
That's work. I mean,
It doesn't matter. Like if
it-
you say you're gonna do a show, like you don't go off.
it's my only source of income. I
Oh,
don't.
really?
I don't
You
get
don't
paid.
make money off of YouTube anymore?
Well, a little bit.
Meh.
Well, it's kind of weird, but I actually stopped monetizing YouTube because it wasn't really giving that much and everything. Yeah, and it's just having to go in there and connect it and make sure that it's monetizing. It's que hueva. So
Yeah.
it's not even worth it.
Okay.
I stuff that takes up my time.
Mm-hmm. Now, well, let's see if I come back on again. Okay. Okay.
You will.
No, I don't know. I wasn't on for like 3 months. You're being a little unusual. I'm just kidding.
I'm okay with
Okay.
it.
Okay. Okay.
I don't care.
Okay.
How you
You
doing?
know, everybody says I do a really good you, and I do. I don't care. Okay. They're like, oh my God, you Erasmo? Like, not really. You know, I was just noticing something, Erasmo. Like, I don't know why I have it on Televisa in la mañana. You know, I had it on Televisa, and they don't refer to immigrants as migrants like we do. They actually say inmigrantes. And I'm just like, why is it that we over here on our side now we're all calling migrants, migrants, migrant? The real migrants are the ones that work the field, okay? The real migrants are the ones that work from our schools or whatever the valley, and they go over there.
Yeah, I don't use that word.
I
That
just
they crossed over illegally, and I'll make the difference. There's individuals. Good morning. I expected to see
oh,
you
good
on
morning, Judy.
Saturday, Luciano. There's a difference. There's a difference between individuals, and again, I understand that have applied for asylum and have gotten the opportunity to cross over
Oh
by this
yeah,
government. It doesn't.
right.
It doesn't mean that it's right.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you, hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of individuals have crossed over into this country through the CBP-1 program, which is that asylum applying program. When the government well knows that they're not going to approve, but a fraction, very tiny fraction, 2% maybe, of those individuals that have applied for asylum, they don't qualify. But
Mm-hmm.
everyone and their mother is being permitted to come across, which again, no fault to them because hey, if you can take advantage of the situation, you're going to go out there and do it. But hundreds of thousands, if not millions, have crossed over. What are we going to do with all these people? That's a question that no one's been able to answer. What are we going to do?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is our economy that great that it can sustain, 6, 7 million people coming across our border? I don't think so.
Yeah. Well, I just think it's interesting that the word usage matters to me because words matter, and the fact that the Mexican media, and they're not conservative media, they're not Fox News, they're Televisa. They call it for what it is, inmigrantes, and I just don't understand why we don't do it. And I know why we don't. I know that we don't use we started using migrants because that's what the mainstream media wants us to use. That is the talking points from Democrats. They feel that illegal immigrants or the word immigrant is the ugly word, so we're going to use a different word, and everybody's probably okay. But it's interesting. You should have my show. Yeah, I don't know. I think that if Erasmo did a little bit later as opposed to 9, I'd be here more often. I think 10 o'clock is a much better hour. But you've been doing 9. You've been doing, especially because you were doing 9 and 9, 9 in the morning, 9 at night. I think 10 o'clock is a little bit. The news of the day has already started. It allows Erasmo to be able to do more newsy stuff that he wants to talk about.
Well, again, part of the issue is some of us work, unlike Roman. And
I'm
I'm
just trying to get you, help you to make more money and get more views. I think 10 o'clock is a little bit better.
and
Better
again,
reach you at 9, I guess.
I'm not out there for the views, for the likes, for the more viewers. And it's kind of crazy because I see a lot of, and again, I take it actually as a compliment. I see a lot of new pages going out there and doing what we do. Even our former mayor, Trey Mendez, is out there doing what I've done for the past 15 years. And again, I take it as a compliment. They finally caught on, and I even commented on his post. I said, oh, now I'm just waiting for you to start putting the lost pet post because it's something that he would make fun of me for.
Wait,
So
what did you? What is Trey doing?
he's like doing the what's going on in Brownsville type of situation. On
Doesn't he have like to? He didn't. Doesn't he need to make money too, like you and stuff? Because apparently that's why he's no longer a mayor. Because he need to go out there and make money. He's making too much money. He has that kind of time on his hand.
well, I think he's making. I don't think he's
He has
suffering.
billboards like crazy now. Like he's like he's not the law giant. He's the law.
No, they look amazing.
Oh my god! You see, you're like a freaking puppy.
They look
We're having a
good.
conversation. Boom. Así es.
Oh, my assistant just walked in late, but he walked in. He's
Well, you're not gonna put him on the show, so like whenever so he's not
look,
prepared.
he looks
No,
amazing.
I don't care. I'm just kidding.
Look, he's got
Oh,
smart
hello.
glasses.
Oh, he has sunglasses like you now.
Yeah, they look amazing.
He's becoming your mini me. Is that what he is? Next thing you know, he's gonna like have the exact same hair with like scruffy todo. Okay,
He looks
that what
good.
you do? You're collecting people that look like you now.
Hey, you do what you can, bro.
I
Oh,
guess.
he looks amazing.
Okay, yeah, I like the glasses. It's great.
Awesome.
It's great.
Look amazing. Good job.
Just don't
As
become anorexic like Erasmo. That's it.
well, these smart glasses that I love them. Let me tell
They're
you,
good glasses.
I got a little bit of a crap from my former hater page that said, "Oh well, look, he's wearing." I said, "I think $400 glasses," and I said, 800, bitch. These cost 800 more than anything because they are 399,
Uh,
500. 399, 400, $500. But mine because I had to do the prescription thing on them. Huh? Insurance. It looked good. So, but they're really I love them. You could answer the phone with these. You could hear music on them. It's great. One of the other things that I appreciate from them, and it's kind of a weird thing, the music isn't too loud. Because sometimes you'll be wearing the AirPods and stuff and everything, and you want to crank it up to as much as possible, and that really does hurt your ears. And the music is just bearable. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm. I get it. Yeah. I
I'm
get it.
excited about it. I'm glad that he's got them. My cuñado got them, and he loves them. He's always wearing them, even inside the building. Those are sunglasses. Yours are progressive, right? Huh? They transition. Uh,
Mm.
and his is just straight sunglasses, but he's at the office and he's wearing the sunglasses. Go like those are for the sun hole. But no, they're awesome. I actually wanted to get. It's kind of crazy. I'm wearing this Ferrari shirt. I actually wanted to get some Ferrari Ray-Ban smart glasses, and they came out at a limited number. I think there was only 5,000, and they cost like $500. And I said, I'm gonna buy them. I said, I don't know. Me dio el codo because my significant others think I'm tacaño, and so me dio el codo. I said, nah, let me wait. And then by the next day, they had already sold out, and I now I really want them, and I can't get them.
Um,
You can't
I
always
just,
get what you want, Roman.
I guess like you can't always get what you want like a Ferrari. You just buy the shirt. I don't have a Ferrari, but I have a shirt.
Can't afford a Ferrari. Can't afford a hundred
And then
dollars.
they, mm,
These
yeah,
shirts cost like $100. It's crazy.
yeah, okay.
Hey, do your part.
Yeah, I have worthless cowboy shirts. I don't even know why I still wear them.
I'm doing my best to keep people informed of what's going on. Keeping them out or keeping them in, that's the federal government. And again, God bless the federal government. 9 a.m. is better for the show. You see, Roman?
Yeah.
But Erasmo has 10-minute shows. Sometimes
Sometimes, like a lot of times,
oh no, when we were
they're
on,
like, Roman, Erasmo needs you. And I was like, yeah, supposedly. And they're like, no, yeah, because his 5 minute shows are like horrible. We don't learn anything. You
let
have
me
no idea how many people at BISD will tell me that stuff.
let
Like
me
a lot of people at BISD, like, we need him to do longer shows.
let me subtract one finger.
Yeah, stop it. Hey, I'm just telling you. I'm just telling
What?
you what you're a fan. And
Roman,
I mean, seriously, they tell me stuff like, and I'm like, what do you want me to do? Well, tell Erasmo. Like he's gonna listen to me.
I'm the first one. I'm the first one. I've said it, Roman. It's not easy doing a show by yourself.
It's
It just
not.
is. It's good to have that dialogue with someone, anyone, and that's why I invite folk to come on. But again, people don't want to come on like Roman, de que de repente se pone sus calzoncitos, pink calzoncitos. Then
I just don't wake up,
well,
and I don't use the phone. No, because I have other things I do. Like last night, I didn't get home till like I have no idea what time. It was graduation night, so I had to go to graduation. Mm.
no, Roman. That's just one day. I mean,
No, but I have other like
it
I
makes it
know
a
I have
day.
other things to do.
Nothing. You don't have nothing to
Yes, I do. I do things. Yes, I do.
crap.
Yes, I know it's true. It is a lot of crap. I drive around and have to do whatever. Or I
Right?
have it. Yeah,
Nada.
yeah,
He does nothing.
yeah. I do.
He just
No,
goes.
no, mames. You don't even know my
Of
life. Tú no
course I
sabes
do, Roman.
nada.
You think I
You
don't
don't
have
know
people
my
following me
life.
all over the
You don't know
place?
nothing.
You think I don't have people following you all over the place?
Huh?
You think I don't have people following me all over the place?
You
Wrong,
probably do, because you're a stalker. You're a freaking stalker.
wrong. It's like all like just up in the butt of all the Republican little candidates.
Oh no, I didn't.
And let me tell you, they're tired of it. They're the ones that call me, go like, "Yeah, dile a Roman can stop."
Like I don't even know. Oh, you mean your fat friend who apparently out there like,
A
oh,
lot
they're writing
of bad friends.
stupid stuff. Like
What? A
she's
lot
in
of bad
she's
friends.
like seriously. I get accused for crap I'm not even doing. Friends sending me whatever. I know, my man. Like shut up. Like I don't care what you have to say. I don't even like you. Like get the picture.
Yeah, we continue to keep. Let me tell you, one of the things that again we're waiting for a little bit of the input. I actually reached out to Sarah Stapleton, which is Mark Lucio's attorney, to see if they come up and keep the community informed of what's going on at BISD. For some reason, it seems like Sarah Stapleton, and I love Sarah. I love her. I'm obsessed with Sarah Stapleton. And not like that, Ricardo. His wife, her husband, his
Yeah,
wife.
you're gonna scare him. He just graduated from Harvard. You
I
did
think,
not.
yeah,
You graduated from I don't know where. He graduated from Harvard, and
he
she
looks
had better things to do than deal with you.
he
So
looks amazing. I mean, I think he lost some weight and everything. He looks amazing. Sarah,
he looked a lot better than you, that's for sure.
no,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
no,
I
Ricardo.
do. Yeah,
Again, amazing. Congratulations. I saw Sarah the other day at the courthouse. She looks amazing. I love her. I love him
she's
too.
up. Yeah, I saw her with Mark Anthony. Well, maybe I should say. Yeah, she looks. I was like, how are you? What are you doing? I'm running. She's apparently addicted to running. Congrats. Like I can't run. I walked like from one end of the football field yesterday, and yeah, I wanted to fall
Yeah,
down.
Sarah Stable was
Yeah.
amazing. I like her. And I've always liked her. I'm very, very blessed. I call them friends. Great, great attorney, great individual. She's out there living life. She goes out there and she sings at I think it's Josephine's Kitchen at the island sometimes. Gets booked for other places. Just living life, and it's great, man. And I think that's one of the pluses of not being in public office. I think, and again, I wish she would have been successful in her run against Eddie Lucio. But with that said, let me say, I think a lot of times we don't completely real. And again, not talking for her, I haven't had this conversation with her, but a lot of times, like when I've lost races, people will reach out to me and go like, "Oh, that's why, are you okay? Is everything okay?" I said, "Yeah. I mean, I have faith suffice that sometimes doors close in order to open better doors for you, And I think that that's what happened with Sarah. It's like I think if she would have been up at the state, she probably wouldn't have been as happy as I see her now. She's happy, but she is the attorney for the Lucios. And again, my prayers go out to Lucio, especially to the son, to Marky. I'm going to share why. And I've had this conversation with the parents. Guys, I've been through having to fight an entity like BISD. and it is it is difficult. You know what I'm saying? It's a difficult situation. It's not easy. It's not easy going up against. It's not easy going up against a $500 million budgeted entity, and that's what BISD is, because they
Right.
have all access to any attorney that they want, all the resources. And I'm very, very proud that the Lucios are actually fighting back, to have their case heard, to go out there and express their concerns in regards to what everyone knows happens at BISD in regards to retaliation, in regards to abuse of power, oppression, and, in a sort of the way, uh, uh, slavery, you
Mm.
know, a sense of slavery. And again, I'll take the critique for it, because what happens is individuals find themselves or put themselves in a situation, Roman, that they have no choice but to obey. And a
Well,
lot,
yeah, I mean,
yeah,
look. I mean, there needs to be reform of the school district when it comes to grievances, and I think that the school district se tapen, like they cover for themselves, and the way it's set up for a parent, for example, and hey, Mark Anthony, even though you're there, hey, Mark Anthony, and you go through this rigmarole, this process where you try to deal with them and say, hey, there's this problem, talk like an adult or whatever. Like, well, you should file a grievance. One of the lowly, I'm just giving an example. Lowly administrator, you should file a grievance and then we can take care of it from there because that's the way it works. And then you file a grievance and you don't have it. Let's say you're like, don't like unlike Mark Anthony, who was smart, got an attorney, and you're like, you know what? Hey, they told me just to like, you don't need anybody, just file the grievance and then we can take care of it. And then they leave you alone. And then you go in there and you're against the attorney for the board for the school district, and they all hang, and the person hearing your case, they're in the same freaking building. They see each other, and they know, and the person hearing it, they know that, hey, if I don't vote the district favor because I'm the superintendent designee, they'll say, right? And Mark Anthony, I'm sure you can speak to, I, in order to go in good, I'm gonna have to rule in favor of the superintendent. So they'll like, hey, what does the superintendent want? Or they just assume whatever
right.
the board attorney wants, not the board attorney, sorry, the district attorney. And before I go on, can I just say it's really stupid that we have a district attorney and we have a board attorney? Like, can't we just have one person deal with it? I mean, they're
Yeah,
gonna cover for each other anyway. Let's just
Roman,
have one person.
Roman's referring to the school district attorney.
Yeah, because there's a school district attorney. You may not know there's a school district
Yeah,
attorney
he's a
that
district attorney. So I wanted people not
and
to think that you were talking about Luis Science.
oh yeah, the school district attorney. Yeah, sorry, the school district attorney. And then you have, you'll have the board attorney, which is the one that people get upset about because they pay, and you have them both sitting there in board meetings. But then you have that little, you give your presentation, you're like, oh wow, you think you did right, you made your point. You're still trying in the back of your head, why didn't the person who told me to file the grievance even having to deal with me? No, they just let you go, and then they wait to the last possible minute. They've already made their decision, like all the person that heard your hearing already called and said, well, how am I supposed to roll this? Oh, okay. Porque son mensos. They go to your things unprepared. They're dumb. They just are. But they're in charge of your child's education or the decision, right?
No,
And then how am I supposed to rule? Okay. And then they wait the maximum amount of time to give you so that you'll get tired out.
well,
And then you're like, well, you gotta file another grievance. Okay, you go to level 2. You think, oh well, let's see, maybe I'll have a better shot this time. Still, they don't give it. They don't care.
and let me
They
say
don't
one thing,
care.
Roman. And I think what happens is that BISD misses the mark, and this is one of the reasons why BISD is losing so many students. And
Yeah.
again, hats off to the charter schools and everything that have taken advantage of the situation. This is one of the reasons why the school district continues to lose tens of thousands of students, tens of thousands, because we used to be at 52. Now I think we're at 32. Tens of thousands of students. That's a big old chunk, and because they've lost the focus of what they're really there for. The administration, Roman, including the BISD attorney, they're there for the students. For the students, they're not out there to protect each other's asses. They're out there for the students. And once you lose that, everything's gone out the window.
But they are protecting each other's asses. That's what
That's
they do.
what I'm
I mean,
saying.
that's, I no, 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 no. But that's what they do. And if you say like, oh no, no, we're doing it for the children. No, you're not.
You're
You're
not,
you're doing it for the food, for the hangout, to keep your position because you like working at the Glass Palace. It's a lot cleaner
because
than having to. And I don't mean cleaner because of germs. I mean cleaner dealing with that than having to do the actual job of an educator
because of the
and
pay.
be at a high school, an elementary school, a middle school. You'd rather be there. There's a reason why when people get, I'm gonna use the word demoted. Maybe that's not the right word. Demoted, and they get sent back. They're like, oh, I don't want to go back. I was really happy over here. They'll file a grievance or they'll do whatever. Oh, I don't want to leave there. They don't want to go back and actually deal
Well,
with the people every day.
one of the things that we've always bitched about, and I include myself, one of the things that I had always bitched about was teachers that were out there only for a paycheck. If you're out there solely for a paycheck, it's kind of a sad situation because that's not why you should go into teaching. Now, I've learned because I've been on the inside, it's a systematic thing. It comes from the top. When the top, including the board, the BISD attorney, when it
Mm,
comes to the top, to whereas they're out there solely looking for themselves and covering their own asses and everything else, and they've lost the focus of every student counts. That's the reason why they've lost tens of thousands of students, and they'll continue to lose more students because of crap that Mark Lucio had to deal with. And I had this conversation with the Lucios, and I'm going to go out there and say that I've had this conversation because I can sympathize because in a way they came after me the same way that they come after the Lucios, except the different and they've come after a lot of other people, Roman.
mm.
The difference is that I had a platform. I was not going to stay quiet. I was fight them all the way, and I'm still here. And I think that that's one of the things that the Lucios took not took advantage of, but were blessed with, that they could fight the system. They had the resources to go out there and fight the system, and that is important. You have to fight. And I had this conversation with Lucios. How many people have been hurt, destroyed by the district, Roman, that did not have the resources to fight back.
Oh no, I told Mark, yeah, I when I saw him the last time I saw him, I was like, no, how about she just, Mark? I love you, Mark. I respect you wholeheartedly. You know that, but there's a reason I try not to talk to her. I don't talk to her. She talks to me. So there's no arguing if it's coming from one end, and she's blaming me for stuff that I'm not doing, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, like, there's a reason why I don't want to communicate with you. Leave me alone. Like, yeah, and don't bring up my wife ever in anonymous comments. Don't,
Anonymous guys.
don't. You don't want to piss me off. So anyway, regardless, but I'm not you, Mark. You're not doing that.
And
I love
again,
you, Mark.
what
But look,
what
but
what I says is true. They have a bunch of attorneys that we pay for to hurt us, the community.
well, their job is to represent the school district, and represent the
We
employees
are
or whatever. Yeah, but
we
they
are
cover themselves like they you know, like there's things that there's some parents that are out there that think they're knowledgeable. Me, we one of them. Think they're knowledgeable about stuff, and they think they can be able to handle stuff, and you're not able to. And you make me wonder, like me as a parent, what about the poor person who doesn't know anything, like at all, and how they get screwed over? Which is what I told Mark. I'm like, I'm glad that you're fighting for yourself. I
trying.
am. Look, I I don't think I don't like it. I don't like dealing with attorneys. I don't want to deal with attorneys or whatever like that. But if you have the resource to be able to do it, to do that, you should be able to always be able to fight for your parent, your children, and I support that.
100%.
But as far as going back to the grievance, what I was talking about, the grievance um, reform that needs to be done, and that has to be done at the board level. It can't be done by the superintendent. The
Oh,
board really seriously needs to relook at how grievances are handled,
100%.
and I really believe that. And that's the difference between me and Erasmo. I think Erasmo is going to bash the board completely. I'm not going to bash the
I'm not
board completely.
no,
Well, not right now. You're not, but something you do. I just want to make sure that they understand, and I know they watch. I know they do. you need reform. There is absolutely no way that an individual parent or a child or even one of your employees who might file a grievance are ever going to get a fair shake
Ever.
when the person that's hearing the hearing is going to be somebody that works in the glass palace. It's not going to happen. And because they, like, let's say it's this lowly person at HR that doesn't know anything, that shows up completely unprepared, and maybe you used to work for somebody else and is not hearing, like, they want to get ahead, right? They're going to rule against you. They just are. I'm just giving you an example. That's all I'm doing. It's just you can't expect fairness. And by the way, also, if the superintendent, the person hearing the case is the superintendent designee, then why the hell isn't the superintendent listening to it? Why do we bother doing agreement level one, level two? Let's just go straight to the superintendent. Let's make him. I mean, he's making the big bucks, right? It doesn't matter if it's this one we have right now, if it was Rene Gutierrez before, or anybody else. If it's the superintendent designee, because that's what they're titled, at least according to the the school district attorney. Why isn't the superintendent doing it? Just don't waste our time. Let him hear it. Ya vámonos, move it along.
Yeah,
But no, the reason it's done level one, level two, level three is to tire the person out in the hopes that you'll run out some fictitious clock and never get to the board, so that the board gets to clean their hands. And I don't think that's right. I mean, but that's been in place for a long, long time. It's not just this current board.
yeah, it's not discriminatory, and I agree with that 100%. It's got to stop. They've got, and what they've been doing, Roman, has not worked. And this is one of the things that I've been fighting with the district for a long time. And I'll give you just one example that I've shared before, and I think you've heard before. Guys, when I was there, I fought tooth and nail in order to stop the BISD police chief going out there and charging everyone, students, trying to charge students with a felony for vaping. And look, again, I understand the rules and everything, but why would you want to destroy a student's life because they were in the bathroom while somebody else was vaping, and then they all get thrown into the bunch together? And again, guys, you're not, and I'm going to get some crap from this, you're not the police force. You are, but you're not. You're a police force to protect and defend the students so that their academia isn't affected. Your client is the student. It's not the superintendent, and it's not the damn board. Your client, your constituent is the student. And that's where we've lost track. And again, I hate the fact, and I'm going to say this, my suggestion to Mark and to all parents out there is continue to advocate for your students always, but always keep them close, because a lot of times, Roman, you don't know how it affects students. And again, you don't know how it affects students psychologically.
Mhm.
To see, the individuals that were supposed to be there for you. Because one of the things that, and again, I saw 6 suicides, Roman, 6 suicides of my students while I was a board member, and I was a board member for a year and a half. 6 suicides, Roman. That is too many. And I think what has happened, there's been such a disconnect between the individual that you can trust is out there for you and the individual that is out there hurting. Because when you're hurting, a lot of times people say, well, go talk to someone that you have confidence with, a teacher, a clergyman, or someone. And these individuals, they're not there because they're not out there for the students. And that's what's unfortunate. And again, I'm not blaming previous boards or the higher ups in the district for the suicides of our students, but they sure as hell didn't help. They sure as hell didn't provide the resources that were necessary in order to quench, quell, or diminish
Mhm.
the desire of any student out there from taking their life. And it's just a sad situation. So my suggestion to Mark was, I've been praying for them, for their family, especially for their son. But my recommendation to him was always keep your child close. And even if he's telling you that he's doing okay, he's probably not.
I can only imagine what a kid's going through. I mean, having to watch that. And I feel for Mark's kid. And I don't want to talk about their personal situation because they're going through the legal process. And it's a dang shame that they're going through it. Um, but as far as what you were saying about the chief of police, I think that what this school district is doing is pay is making the mistake of arresting too many of our students and putting them through the judicial system or juvenile system or whatever. There needs to be some sort of reform on that, maybe potentially, and maybe it's because we have a school force. There's a different level of thought. There's a thought that, well, they're all bad kids, but not all of them are bad kids.
Yeah.
People make mistakes when they're little. We all make mistakes when we're younger.
And
Um,
there are some tacuaches out there.
they are, and so so there has to be something, but not every one of them is like tacuache, como dices. Not every one of them is,
Not
and
everyone.
it's a darn shame that is unfortunately what the school district seems to be doing. And
Yeah.
again, it's not just this board. I want to make it very clear. It's been a consistent pattern, and it needs to change. And maybe talking about it right now will make that happen. But right now, I think the school district is more concerned about what the budget's going to look like, and continuously blaming the state. And I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of this current superintendent who just got hired making everything freaking political.
Because it's easy.
And it's the easy out, and
Yeah.
I'm tired of it.
Well,
I was
yeah.
having a conversation with a couple of people like yesterday, and I was telling them, like, you may like this superintendent. Oh, he's so nice, he's so better, pero no es. He's purely political. And look, I may be a Republican, and I am a Republican, but I shouldn't have to know what the politics of the superintendent is. And that's why you have, and then the people that get upset because you have conservatives go to a school board meeting and read from books, and they go out there and you're offended by that, and that's what they're doing. Well, when you have a superintendent who seems to be hell-bent on being political, and that's what he seems to be doing, in my personal opinion, you're going to have that. You're going to have people rise up and get upset and want to be vocal and make it political. So when you're up there having to listen to that, let's say you're a board member having to listen to that, that's why. Because you have a superintendent who's too political.
Well,
Now,
but they all are. I've heard Daniela Lopez Valdez go out there like, oh well, the state and the governor. And I've been saying this for the longest time. Stop pointing up and start pointing to you and say, what can we do with what we have to make the situation better? Because again, if this school district had not squandered millions upon millions upon millions of dollars, te la paso, Roman, then I'd say, you know what? Yeah, let's go blame Greg Abbott up there. That's fine. When you've done your due diligence, when you've had your audits, your forensic audits, when you've tried to pinpoint where you're really bleeding money. Because let me tell you right now, they are not bleeding money from the custodians, from the food handlers, from the substitutes, from the teacher aides, or paraprofessional, whatever they're called now, or from the teachers. That's not where they're bleeding money. They're bleeding money on the top, where they continue to go out there, buy fertilizer that's crap, continue to build buildings that are half-ass built. That's where we're losing money, and we're having to refix veterans, even though it's the newest school out there, the newest high school out there. We're having to refix it and litigate against the contractors because they did a crappy job. That's what we need to focus on. Plus, you've got a top-heavy administration. So it's not Greg Abbott's fault that these freaking pieces of crap continue to pocket the money that should be going to the students here in the BISD. And the teachers. But nothing is going to happen until you stop going out there and supporting candidates that are part of the same problem. BISD staff can control every single election here locally, every single one. They don't vote, Roman. They don't vote.
well, I mean, when you have turned teachers that are not necessarily the greatest teachers in the world. Anyway, I'm just kidding. Look, because some of them hate me, but whatever. I don't appreciate getting that Governor Abbott's getting blamed because of the fact that he wants to have school choice. That's not and then you'll have the superintendent, he'll tell you to your face, be like, well, it's because we haven't increased the daily allotment and inflation has gone up and we need the daily allotment. And I'm just like, guys, The real problem, and where we're leaving the money on the table is the fact that you have such low attendance and enrollment. I don't know. We talked about it on the show last time I was on, but we used to be pre-pandemic. We used to have 96, 97, 98% attendance, daily attendance at the school district, which was really, really good, right? That's a good number. That means that every time a student comes in, every student that goes in and gets there when they do the census in the morning or whatever, at second period or whatever, they get $40 per student. Pre-pandemic, we were at 98%. That means we were pretty much maximizing the amount of money that the school district could get from the state for that student being there, right? Now it's at like 86%. It dropped 10%. We're
Okay.
dropping millions and millions and millions of dollars because students aren't showing up. And it really has nothing to do with the fact that the entire enrollment has gone down. It just means this is the amount of money we're leaving on the table. So if parents would actually send their kids to school every day, we wouldn't be having these cuts. So exactly how is that? And I'm not going to blame the parents. You want to know I'm not going to blame the parents? You want to know I'm not going to blame them? Because the school district, through its administrators and its teacher unions and its teachers, have told everybody if your huerquillo has like a sniffle, don't bring them to school because they could have COVID. And we trained them to say they don't have to be in school so that when they get the sniffle, no, para qué? It doesn't really matter. They're doing fine and they don't get to school. And then we're whining in June or May or April, like, oh, we don't have enough money. We have to close schools and we have to do these things. And so it boils down to it's not Governor Abbott's fault. It's our fault. It's our fault. Well, not me because I'm not at the district, but the district's fault for doing that. So if I want to blame somebody, blame inwardly. Blame
100%.
inwardly. But they won't.
They won't.
It's much easier to blame the guy over there.
You're never
Yeah.
going to fix the problem until you go in there and figure out what the problem is. And again, we need for them to take a look inside and start fixing the crap that we can fix on ourselves. But ultimately, what Hector says is true. It's our fault. It's the citizens of Brownsville's fault. 100%. Again, and it's unfortunate, lo que tú quieras, but really, when people start giving a rat's ass and actually come out and vote for individuals that are not tied to the same system, again, the definition of insanity. The definition of insanity is going out there and doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again and expecting a different result. It's
Mm.
not going to work. It's not going to happen until people get off their ass, get off their Facebook keyboard, and go out there and vote and go get other people out and vote and become a part of the electoral process. Simple as that. And again, and one of the things, and again, people say like, well, that's what you're just saying that because you want to be self, because it benefits you. Guys, I don't care if I get elected or not. And again, I'm going to run for BISD. I want to get elected. But again, if I don't get elected, I'll be okay. I'm still going to be at Erasmo Castro. I'm going to be okay. Will you? I mean, since excluded from the process in regards to being on a majority out there, we had absolutely no say in regards to what happens. The citizens of Brownsville made this majority, made the previous majority, and the majorities after that. So ultimately, it's your fault, people. What are
Well,
the
I mean, look, we're about to eliminate I think all debt at BISD, and next year they're going to go for a bond. That's what's going to happen. And the reason we're going to go for a bond is because there's rundown buildings, older buildings that have not been maintained and have not been taken care of because people want to build new buildings outside an area because it makes the school board member that voted to have those schools happy because they get a school that they get to build and they're going to have to do the groundbreaking ceremony and then they get their name on a plaque. And so building new schools for them is great, right? But they left schools, in a mess, you know?
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. Buenos
No,
días,
yeah.
Nadia. Shoot, hold on.
Oh, you know what's really funny? I'm glad. Hey, Elizabeth. Hey, how's Kingsville? Um, leave me alone. Um, I think that people are making a mistake in saying that ESSER funds that we've already so used to ESSER funds, and now that was coming from the federal government. They want Abbott and the state legislature and the state to now do ESSER funds. And I'm like, guys, do you understand that the state doesn't print its own money like the federal government? The state can't go out to China and get China to buy more of our money, our printed money. And it makes no sense to be able to say, oh, we had ESSER funds and now we need the state to fund our ESSER funds. No, but come on, guys.
Exactamente.
Yeah.
Let me go back here. I skipped some comments. McAllen ISD
Oh,
let go of a lot of classified employees at the end of this school year. School year, yeah, because again, it's the easy thing to do. The easy thing to do is to get rid of the custodial staff, to get rid of food service people. But again, guys, you're getting rid of the individuals that have direct contact with your children. That's what sucks.
mm,
Because I'll guarantee you one thing: the only time any interaction with your student is when there's a picture to take. It's the only time because they don't have direct interaction with your child. Staff does. Who's being hurt? Staff is, not the higher ups. They still collect the paycheck. Abbott is the problem.
you
No,
know, not now. If there's somebody at the state you want me to blame and get upset about and be on your side on it, I will. This is the one I would be. You know, Greg Hager, and Greg Hager being the comptroller and claiming allegedly, because this is what the school district has said, via superintendent, um, that that we're being overvalued. Like they're claiming that our properties are undervalued by the appraisal district, and they have two people up there, two statisticians or whatever, and the Hager's office said, no, your properties are not valued accurately, so we're gonna recoup money and take away money from y'all. And if that didn't happen, we'd have a little bit more money and we wouldn't have to make the cuts that they do, or we wouldn't have to be closing school. And you know what's so frustrating to me is noticing that these schools that were closed in Southfield that I mean, maybe two of them I could understand being closed and consolidated, but most definitely not like Promac and Casina that had no business being closed for whatever reason, and whatever reason the school district gave is kind of crap. I just me
so
What are you doing? Yeah, I mean, look, let me tell you why. Because people didn't realize that Cromac Elementary had 460 people, students, and Castañeda had like 480. Those are good sized schools, both of them. And what they're essentially going to do is combine the schools and put them, for the most part, into Castañeda, use part of Cromac, and make one giant school. And I don't know about you, but I like kids having, a small enrollment. I think they deserve to have a small enrollment or smaller class size. That's the more accurate term. More smaller class size. I wish that's what happened, but they don't. ¿Qué pasó? What are you doing?
we got a BISD expert.
Oh no, Vito! Please tell me it's not Vito.
It is
Is it
my
Vito? I knew it. I knew it. I knew it was Vito. ¿Cómo estás, Vito?
Good. How are you? Good.
Hey, doing good, buddy. Hey, you voted yesterday. Congratulations on voting. Don't forget to go out there and vote.
We vote every year.
Well, you vote like every other day. It seems like.
But yeah, now it's like every week we're voting for someone.
Don't forget to go out and vote. You got TSC and the county appraisal district elections. Go out there and vote.
And who should we vote for?
I'm gonna tell you, I'm voting for JJ De Leon in TSC, and I'm voting for Dr. Hilda. And in the county appraisal district, I'm voting for Ricky Delegado San Juan, and I'm gonna vote for the not Bill Hudson. Whoever the heck is running against Bill Hudson, I will not vote for Bill Hudson. Do not vote for that guy. I think I'm just joking. I think it's Ruben Moreno. I think is his name, Alejandro Moreno.
No, that's Ricky's running against Ruben.
Yeah, Ricky was running.
Oh no, that's Ruben Martinez, right?
Alejandro's running against
Yeah, Alejandro. Yeah.
that piece of crap, borracho Republican.
Why are you so negative?
I'm
You
always
don't be negative. I'm just telling you. Well, I was negative. I said not Bill Hudson. Do not vote. I'm not voting for Bill Hudson. You shouldn't either.
We don't vote for people that have strings attached.
Oh, you mean the little string of the Myra and I love Myra, right? I love Myra. The little Myra button at a forum, like, dude, like, what are you doing? You like she he wore that to the Democrat forum, like why?
It happens.
Again.
6,000 max per child per year. That's unfortunate. Property taxes rose, affecting funding. Hertz district. No, the district is still receiving the same amount of money.
It's people are getting paid more that they shouldn't be.
Yes, the problem is the top.
Yep.
Skim the top, Roman.
Yeah, it's like, how do we save $20 million? Well, give yourself a pay cut.
ESSER funds were spent on.
You know what? I didn't even know they could do that. Apparently, you could do that. Like really, you can actually take a pay cut for your employee. Yeah, that's how they do in the real world.
Exactly.
Republicans. So, yeah,
Tengo correo electrónico.
everyone's getting messages right now for some reason.
Apparently,
Because
somebody
I
must have seen.
showed up on the show and you went from two people to 47 real quick.
Immediately.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
sure that's what it was. Yeah.
all the time example holding
Okay.
funding for private school vouchers. Let's do the vouchers. Have you all considered that the way the economy is, a lot of the high school students have to seek employment to help their family survive? How many households are single parents just trying to put food on the table? And that's actually a great point, because again, the economy that we have right now is really, really pathetic for those individuals that
Yeah.
are struggling to put food on their table, Roman. I this Just this morning again, just I every morning I go to Walmart and I do my little walk to see if there's anything that on sale, clearance or something. And a parent stops me. She goes, "That's when we need help. As the we're going to talk to Friendship of Women, trying to find a place to live and everything. We're having issues at home. I can't make ends meet." I'm going like, guys, it's just the economy that we live in. So a lot of the individuals out there that are 17, 8, 16, 17, 18 that are able to work, going to have to get a job to help the family unit. It's so weird because we lived in an economy where the husband used to go out and work
Mhm.
and the wife would stay and be the housewife, right? It turned into both parents had to go out and work. Now we're in an economy where not only both parents have to work, where there is both parents, but the children have to go out and work. And that's what's really sad.
And that's the thing is you have to look at also just look at the hotels, how packed they are with people that lost their homes or can't afford an apartment and they're paying month to month. And it's not because we have an inflection or people coming into, heads in beds. It's just people that can no longer afford where they were living are living monthly on at a hotel.
Yeah, and then you have people using their houses for Airbnb because they think they're going to make more money doing that, and it prices out people who could be renting those apartments or those houses or
Yeah.
those duplexes or things like that.
What's the parent with leftists? There are none. Everyone in the local Democratic is already conservative.
Well, guy, you understand that the local party is there's a reason why Republicans want to come into the valley and try to get Democrats to switch over here in the valley because they're conservative. I know plenty of conservative Democrats who they tell me, Roman, I want to be a Republican. I want to vote on your side. I'm going to vote for Trump, but I can't vote for some of the crazies in your party. And I'm like, guys, just come over and then you become conservative and you are already a conservative and you can change the dynamic of the party. Unfortunately, you have certain individuals who are now going to be the leaders of the local Republican Party who don't see that. They believe that you can only be a Republican essentially because you were born that way. I'm like, guys, that's not going to happen. I mean, there's been counties just north of us, like Claybrook County, because I have the experience and the history of it. Claybrook County used to be a Democrat county like just 10 years ago. Everybody was pretty much a Democrat in Claybrook County. And it switched. Why? Because conservative Democrats decided, I don't like the way the National Party is. I'm a Republican. They switched. And that's why Claybrook County switched. It wasn't because you had a bunch of people that were influx of Republicans moving in. It was just that the mindset switch. And that can happen here in Cameron County. But it won't happen with the leadership that's there. But I don't want to upset Mark's friend by saying simple truths like that. And I love Mark. I respect him wholly. I really do. What he's doing, I
People need to
respect.
stop voting for the same clique. Whatever happened to the money that Musk donated, vote for Bill Hudson. I
You
don't like.
shut up, Robert. No, no, shut up about Bill Hudson.
I don't
Please
like
shut
Bill
up.
Hudson. But I
You
agree.
shut up.
People need to start voting for the individuals that are in the same clique. Unfortunately, Bill Hudson set himself up in the same clique. Actually, wanted to start their own little clique by going out there and running in a slate with that cucumber lady, Chambers. I don't know what the hell her name is, and that other Monica Simpson. Monica Simpson, who's a friend of mine. I like Monica.
Monica, it's me, Nerva.
Whatever.
You see, that's how much of a friend they are.
Yeah,
Oh, they're
exactly.
friends. I like Monica Simpson, and
Minerva.
it's the
No,
same thing. Uh,
no, it's not.
I like Monica Simpson.
Even I know her name.
I hate the fact that they're all out there like, Mayra Flores, Mayra Flores, Mayra Flores. And we're like, guys, y'all should be embarrassed to have Mayra Flores as a candidate. I mean, I'm sorry that chick can't speak to save her life.
Well, I look. I don't think it helps Bill that he just got endorsed by apparently the True Texas Project. I have a lot of friends in the True Texas Project.
The
I
red,
don't think it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna help him in a Democratic county right now going out there and saying, "I got the endorsement of the True Texas Project." Like, I don't think Democrats will be happy with that. And you don't think you're gonna upset? I mean, with the turnout that's happening in these elections, how small it is, you don't think it's gonna upset Democrats that they when they find out or they know that you were out there with a Myra Flores button at their forum, they invited you to come and you wear that stuff? I mean, it's not right. I
Born
mean,
that
that's just not
way.
cool.
Baby, I was born that way.
You
Hey,
see, that's why I'm a conservative and I don't believe that
talking
song.
about being born that way. Have y'all seen Captain Bob's losing it? He's a nut.
No, I haven't talked to Bob in a while,
I
so
had
I
him on
don't know nothing.
Monday because I wanted to ask him about why he went after Jack Gwen. When
Who?
Jack Gwen is a guy that is into the science and stuff. Great stuff. His kids are amazing, and they do a lot of this stuff like to bring knowledge in regards to everything that SpaceX is doing and just science in general. So Captain Bob went off on him, and Captain Bob says some things, Roman, that if I said him or you said him, we'd or Rito said him, we'd get crucified. I mean, he literally like was out there, referring to his Asian heritage,
Mm.
in a derogatory way, and I'm going like, I couldn't get away with that. I'd be
Well, what do I want to know what you were saying?
Viewers.
It's not even something you can repeat, right? Because you get
no,
banished from Facebook
yeah,
and YouTube and everywhere. Okay,
I'm
let's not.
not even
Okay.
joking. I'd probably like be off for, or they'd probably delete my account. It's crazy. But Captain Rob gets into these little things, and I had a conversation with one of his buddies, Arturo Trevino, and go like, "What the hell is going on
Oh,
with?"
how's Duty doing?
I like him.
I know. I didn't say whether you like him or not. How is he doing? Listen.
I guess okay. I mean, I think, and God bless them. I think that they are sitting on a time bomb when they put all their little eggs in the Robert Sanchez basket because he's a basket case.
I
I
leave
love
Robert
I
alone.
love Captain Bob. He's a basket case. Yesterday he went off on I think yesterday 2 days ago on it's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve, and actually went out there and
Is he
said,
wrong though?
well, again, he went out there. You can believe that all you want. He went out there and said, "Away with all the gays and lesbians." I'm going like, Captain Bob.
Say it, Roman. Say it. Say it, Roman.
I'm not gonna say nothing. I didn't. I wasn't there to watch it. I wasn't
Come on.
there.
Say
I'll
it,
show
Roman.
you the
Say
post.
what? What do you want me to say?
How you don't like those people?
Oh, I don't like those people. That's what you want me to say?
Just say no to gays and lesbians. Enough, Captain Bob. I'm going like, yeah, you don't want to be saying no. But this is the problem because Captain Bob is like the number one MIDA supporter here in Brownsville, Texas. This is the problem when you start to hit your little wagon to all these crazy nuts out there. Leave them alone. Leave the Steves and Adams alone, or whatever the guys' names are. Leave the Asian folk out of your rants, guys. Why do you have to bring in race, sexuality, and all this stuff and trying to make it a pertinent point? It isn't.
Oh
And
no, I get accused of being a racist just because I think that we need to have more Hispanic representation in the Republican Party, so more Hispanic can feel welcome. And I but apparently that's just racist to say, and
it's a,
it's not, but it's not. And you agree with me? No, you
I don't
even
want.
said the same thing.
I don't care. I don't care if you're Mexican or you're white, you're Asian. I just want the
No,
most.
no, no. You were on you.
I
Don't no, don't be giving me this crap. Don't
want
change on me just because you're on your little TV show that
I
nobody really wants. This guy, and Vito
the
just proves
most
it to everybody.
I've always said this. I
Uh
don't
huh.
want the compadre. I don't want the white. I don't want the black. I don't want the Asian. I want the most qualified individuals in the key positions. And I don't care who they are. I don't care who they
No,
with.
that's not that.
I
You
don't
see,
care.
that's what this is what problem with you, Erasmo. Like you say one thing and then you change your mind because you have Vito behind you. Like I don't know what he has behind you. I don't know what he's doing to you.
He's
Does he
got,
know where you buried your
got a
dead dog or whatever? Please.
no, man, I've always said the same. Been consistent with it. I don't care. But
No, no, no. Look. I look.
Say this.
You've said that because
If your point is more Hispanics need to get involved in the process, I agree with you then.
yes, and that's what I'm saying.
But I
But
don't
I'm
think
also saying, but I'm also saying that if you're consistently going out there, if you're consistently going out there and having just a bunch of lily white people and say they're going to be a representative sample of the valley, that's not exactly a representative sample of the valley. It's not. But apparently, just because I've said that and other people have said that and they see the truth, I get blamed for it because some obnoxious blogger writes something.
well,
And I get blamed for something that I didn't even freaking do because they want to get mad. It's not my fault that other people have the same mindset that I have, that I think that we have to have more Hispanics in our party
100%.
that have leadership positions that are willing to do stuff. And you just,
100%. If you're referring to individuals that need to become a part of the process, yes, we need more Hispanics to go out there and, like Nelda said, educate yourself in regards to how to advocate for your kids. Go out there and become a part of the electoral process. El problema is that most Mexicans here just become lazy, won't even come out.
or they're working and they can't participate. That's what they'll say. Like, oh, they're están trabajando, no pueden ir, and they can't.
Drinking tequila
Not all
under
of
a
you.
cactus with a big old sombrero.
Not all of you. There you go. Not all of you. Not everybody can be Erasmo.
Handsome.
I like
No, but not a lot of people want to be Erasmo. You want to be Erasmo? Because I definitely don't want to be Erasmo. With all the stupid stuff that guy does. Oh, he's still here?
Yeah,
He hasn't like got distracted?
I'm still here.
You didn't see the photo where he was stealing electricity for his Tesla?
What? You were stealing electricity for your Tesla?
He's running an extension.
Oh my
Houses.
Erasmo.
If it works, it works.
Oh my God, you're not even a PUB board member and you're doing that kind of stuff. What the heck? I'm not saying that PUB board members do that, okay, before you know, oh, yeah, you're insulting PUB board. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. What? We don't want to hear you.
We know who you're talking about.
Oh, I'm not talking about anybody.
Oh, yeah. Sacatito, sacatón.
Yo no sé qué estás diciendo. I'm just here. Hey, Vito, you came over to visit. ¿Qué pasó? What's going on?
Stop, I'm just swinging by. Not all of us have a car and we have to walk everywhere.
An electric car.
Wait, you have to walk everywhere? And you still haven't lost any weight?
Exactly.
What the hell, man? With this heat, you should be losing like 5 pounds a day.
Fat Vito's happy. This guy not so much. Remember when he was fat and his arms were like this long?
Oh, I remember that. And he couldn't even see, and then he couldn't see something else for like the longest time. And then once he lost the weight, he was like, I'm grabbing everything. I haven't seen him and her or whatever.
Oh, now that I see it, it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
I'll show Vito right now too.
No, I'm sure you will. No. The only reason I say that, Vito, I'm not fat shaming you. Is because apparently on Twitter there's one of these conservative. No, I wasn't. Shut up. Do you know a guy named Matt Walsh?
The homeless that are at Market Square,
peeing all over the place. Oh yeah, let me ask you. I mean, I don't know. Did you go to Space Fest or that crap that they have? It was a bust.
Was they? I saw a lot of people.
No, the problem is you saw a lot of people because they had a lot of vendors. They had a lot of vendors out there, so their family went out there to become a part of the Space Fest thing. It really was a bust. I got word from a lot of the individuals that were out there doing the vendoring. The
vendoring?
It's a cool word. They were doing the vendoring, and they said, like, we didn't sell that much. Because, they had their folk, their family out there to support them. They'd walk around, and of course, a lot of the times those people don't want to buy from somebody else because they have to buy from theirs if they're going to support someone. But my thing is, we've got to get events out there that cater to the bigger bulk of individuals out there. Or like I told Commissioner Roy de las Chanclas, I'm wearing chanclas in his honor.
Hey, he's not even wearing chanclas anymore. He's wearing suits and stuff. Like, all of a sudden, like Roy, what's up, dude?
I told him, I said, bro, now I became Erasmo de las Chanclas. But I saw
it's because he's running for the at-large commission, and now he wants to show him off, right, Roy? I know he's watching. Say hi, Roy.
It's gonna be an interesting race because he's actually going against what's her name, La Marrana de Rose Cowan's candidate. It's gonna be interesting. Ooh. That chick that's on the PUB board, Mark, what's her name's wife? Josephine, what's her name? I can't remember. I don't care.
No.
It's not important. Ni a su casa la conocen.
I don't know.
Chick, but. I talked to Commissioner Lori Las Chanclas and to Commissioner Brian Martinez. Had a great little conversation. I said, guys, start.
Did you go visit their little flag raising ceremony for their sex flag?
Did they have one?
They had a flag raising ceremony for the little sex flag, because all about sex, 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 sex.
I didn't see it.
You didn't? You didn't go? It was on Saturday. It was all over the place.
Didn't
It was
go.
over at the they're like, hey, we plant a flag.
And
You
Where?
have a flag. You have a flag.
Where?
Where?
At City Plaza.
Oh, again,
They even had police, everything, because
again, I've always said it. And I'll say again, I'm against all that crap.
I know you are. I'm just surprised you didn't know what happened at City Plaza. It's no longer at the Brownsville Village. They've taken over. Like we need to talk about. We need you to understand that the city believes in sex, 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 sex.
Well, I'm glad
It's not
someone
about
does.
I-
sex.
I-
It's about,
Yes, what it is. It's about sex, Vito. Come on, give me a break. It's about sex.
you know,
It's about political sex. That's what it is. Sex,
when
sex,
people
sex, sex.
restore the faith in humanity.
No, it's about sex, Vito.
Why are you
It's
being
about sex.
sensitive? No,
We
it's-
want you to know, hey, I want to be able to do something with another
this
human
isn't
being, and that's
porn
sex, sex.
anymore.
Unfortunately,
It's pride. It's that's what it is. Yeah.
I've always
Oh.
been very vocal. I'm against all that. I don't think that the whole city has to come out and applaud the pride flag and them putting it up on governmental buildings. I'm against it. I'll always be against it. And again, they did the Visitor Bureau until it closed, and I think they sold it.
I don't know.
But I don't know. But they now did it at City Plaza. So now your taxpayers are paying for that wonderful pole to rise up, so everybody can know we believe in sex, 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 sex.
Roman, one day you'll come out of the closet with that Confederate flag and everything else you're hiding in there.
I don't even know what you're talking about. You probably don't even know what you probably don't even know what the Confederate flag looks like. You think it's another the stars and bars. That's not the Confederate flag. It's something else. But I'm the historian here.
I was just about to say that.
Here's the
On
thing
top of
about
the General Lee.
What?
Roman, we're old. Well,
I know the Dukes of Hazzard.
Two things. I'm surprised. Vito knows about General Lee, and I'm surprised that I don't know why he's walking. I mean, he's part of that Cardenas money. I mean, the guy's rich
here we
as
go.
crap.
Because sometimes you just need to shake.
I'm a little distracted. I'm just gonna let you know I'm a little distracted by Galileo Montijo, whose birthday is her, and she's wearing this very interesting outfit. Very distracting.
What are you
What are you
watching?
talking?
Galileo Montijo, you don't know Galileo Montijo?
Porn already.
It's not porn. It's like the chick from Televisa. She's on Oi on. I've told you I had it on Televisa. I don't even know why I still have it on there.
You watch novelas like
No,
Housewife.
novela.
What's coming on next after that?
Yo no sé. I don't know. It's just Gali. Happy birthday, Gali.
Okay, you
Happy
don't even
birthday.
know Spanish.
What? You don't know Spanish? You don't say. Yeah, I don't know. Me?
You watch
I don't
your
know Spanish.
channel, you don't even know Spanish.
Oh, I know Spanish. Loser. Loser. Anyway. Hey, you gonna run again? Because I saw you posted your picture. The best political picture ever taken.
No, that's just one of those that no, not yet. No
Okay.
one's pissed me off yet.
Run for BASD, Vito.
For who? Against who?
Who cares?
I don't want to be you.
They all suck.
I don't
Run.
even leave my signs up, for decades.
Hey, they're handsome. Oh, it's trippy because someone saw my sign. I don't have any
Well,
signs.
yeah, but
up.
those signs, you're fat in those.
Yeah,
Now you're
That's
not
exactly what they said. Erasmo, that doesn't even look like you anymore. I'm like,
Exactly.
You're forcing me to make new signs, and I didn't want to do that. It's kind of trippy because people go like, so that's what you're running for county chair now. I go like, no. Well, I saw a sign. That's what. Oh, you're running for county commissioner. I said, I saw a sign.
You're running for mayor.
No, I saw a sign.
And that one, that's covering up a hole.
I go like, no. I go like, but just how can you know that that's what's running? I mean, he runs for everything.
Because
So
you do run for everything. Pick one and stick with it. And then you'll get there.
no, I don't care. I don't care. It's fine.
That's when people don't want to vote for you. Some people,
I still-
or either that, and also you don't take it seriously.
I still get crapload. I mean, my vote numbers, cost per vote, are amazing. I mean, look at my race for mayor. I mean, I came in third, and let me say, I came very close to
Out of 3, right?
Vito's best friend, Jessica Tetreault, and she spent $250,000 on that damn race. I mean, I spent $500.
Good morning, Jessica. Hope you're okay.
Oh, and again, I've had conversations with Jessica.
Something wrong with Jessica?
No, nothing. But
Oh, okay. What did you say? I hope you're okay.
No,
I'm like,
no, we.
This guy doesn't like
I
her.
like Jessica.
Oh, she didn't like me. The feeling I guess is mutual. Oh.
I mean, we had a conversation at the Bollywood event, which again did not dress well for Bollywood. I'm
You
surprised
didn't?
they didn't. I was the best dressed individual there. Actually, I said this. This Indian lady comes up to me, says, "You look amazing. You look like a prince of India." And we're like, "I am a prince, but not of India,
Pues sí, eres indio de las montañas. It's
de
just
la
a different.
sierra."
It's just
De la Sierra Morena. What's the song? What's the song? Do it. Do it. I'm gonna do it. Do the song.
La Sierra Morena, cielito lindo, vienen bajando. Un par de ojos negros, cielito lindo de contrabando.
Do we have to change the A everything to A now since we have a presidenta de Mexico?
Canta y no llores, porque cantando se alegran cielito.
all right.
Where's
All
the
right,
lighter?
guys, have a great day. Thanks for coming on, Roman.
Yeah, you're welcome.
See you tomorrow, Roman.
I maybe, probably not. Probably not. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why after.
All right, guys, have a great day. Social distance, face covering, handset. Now, guys, be good to each other. Continue to me. See you